The sound of horns echoed across Augusta National as the final round got underway. Yet Jon Rahm's mind wasn't focused on his putter or the leaderboard. Instead, he kept thinking about his phone. All week long, messages had flooded in, not from excited fans, but from fellow competitors, European teammates, and others raising uncomfortable questions he struggled to answer. They wanted to know about the DP World Tour, the unpaid fines, the Ryder Cup, and whether he was placing his personal interest ahead of the team. As the 2026 Masters draws to an end, the conversation surrounding Jon Rahm has shifted far beyond his disappointing 6 over 78 in the opening round. People are now discussing something much more serious, a controversy centered entirely on loyalty rather than his golf swing. For 3 consecutive years, Jon Rahm has come to Augusta National carrying a self-created distraction that overshadows his play. In 2024, the spotlight was on his decision to join LIV Golf. In 2025, the talk centered on whether the LIV schedule had diminished his performance. Now, in 2026, the issue is his outright refusal to pay the fines and the resulting threat to his eligibility for the 2027 Ryder Cup. This is the 3rd time Jon has shown up here since he won the Masters, and it's the 3rd year he's shown up with distracting narrative going on around him of his own making, observe Golf Channel's Eamon Lynch. The backlash has been growing steadily for months. Earlier this year, 8 LIV players reached an agreement with the DP World Tour. They committed to settling their fines, competing in 6 designated European events, and preserving their Ryder Cup eligibility. Tyrrell Hatton agreed, Laurie Cantor agreed, Thomas Detry agreed, but Jon Rahm refused. I don't like what they are doing currently with the contract they are having me sign. I don't like the conditions. They are asking me to play a minimum of 6 events, and they dictate where 2 of those have to be, amongst other things that I don't agree with. Eamon Lynch highlighted the striking contradiction. The irony is that Rahm signed away his free choice to LIV, which dictates where he must play 14 weeks a year, yet he balked at allowing 2 weeks of his schedule to be chosen by the tour he claims residual loyalty to. Rahm pushed back angrily, claiming, "They're extorting players like myself." However, many of his fellow professionals remain unconvinced. Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose have openly criticized his position, arguing that he is prioritizing himself over the collective good of the team. The friction has grown so intense that it has started affecting the atmosphere inside the Masters locker room. By rejecting the DP World Tour's proposed deal, Rahm has placed his future participation in the Ryder Cup in genuine danger. To represent Europe, a player must hold active membership in the DP World Tour, something Rahm currently lacks. Speaking at Augusta, he tried to downplay the urgency. "I'm not planning to play until September." So that's a bit of a positive. "If I were unable right now, it doesn't matter since I'm not planning to tee it up until after August. But the clock is ticking." He added that the DP World Tour had not shifted its position, while noting that 8 other LIV players had already accepted terms. "We keep talking to them and we keep trying to negotiate," Rahm explained. "I have given in quite a bit in a few things. We're going to work it out. It's going to work out." Eamon Lynch expressed doubt, writing that letting the situation escalate suggests that Rahm is either receiving poor advice or ignoring good advice. He emphasized that the stakes could not be higher. The 2027 Ryder Cup is scheduled for Adair Manor in Ireland, a home advantage for Europe and a golden opportunity to secure victory on familiar soil. The possibility of Rahm, one of the squad's key figures, being absent has raised serious concerns. Bob Herrig warned, "Imagine a Rahm-less European squad losing at home next year and the backlash. Would be absurd to miss over this issue." Despite the mounting pressure, Rahm stayed optimistic. "I'm confident this will be sorted out before I tee it up in September," he declared. Whether the off-course turmoil served as a distraction or revealed a deeper issue remains unclear, but the impact on his performance was unmistakable. Rahm delivered his worst showing ever at the Masters. His first round turned into a nightmare, a 6 over 78 featuring 4 bogeys and a double bogey. For the first time in his Augusta career, he failed to card even 1 birdie during the round. After shooting a 2 under 70 on Friday to scrape into the weekend, he reflected, "I felt really good all year besides yesterday. Yesterday was just an anomaly where everything that could go wrong went wrong." His third round brought another setback, a 1 over 73 that left him far behind the leaders. "I'm going to need a heck of a round tomorrow to give myself a chance, and even then, might be a little too far away," he he admitted. The final round produced a respectable 4 under 68, yet it proved insufficient. Rahm ended the week at 5 over par, easily his poorest result at the Masters. Brandel Chambly did not hold back, pointing directly at LIV Golf as a culprit. You're talking about a guy who hit 82% greens in regulation on LIV. They are not being challenged, they are not being tested, and so they are not ready. Paul McGinley echoed the sentiment, explaining, it's a different dynamic, it's a different business model, and it's a different environment for you to play golf in. You've got music, you've got golf courses that are set up for low scoring. It's gung-ho golf. And then when you come here, you're not mentally prepared for being knocked back. Rahm brushed off the suggestions that he needed to adapt. None. Golf is golf, he insisted. Nevertheless, the statistics told their own story, and his worst-ever Masters performance arrived at the most inconvenient moment. The strain between Rahm and his European teammates had been building for some time. Both Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose had voiced strong disapproval of his unwillingness to accept the DP World Tour arrangement. McIlroy had stated earlier, at the end of the day, it's about the team, and no one player is bigger than the team. Rose took an even firmer line. If you want to play on the Ryder Cup, you have to be a member of the DP World Tour. You have to abide by the rules and regulations. Rahm, however, stood his ground firmly. I don't like the situation, and I'm not going to agree to that, he maintained. Critics were quick to note the obvious irony. The same player who willingly signed a lucrative deal with LIV, an arrangement that controls 14 weeks of his yearly schedule, was now resisting the idea of committing to just 2 weeks chosen by the tour he professes to support. Bob Harry described it as a bad look for Rahm, no matter how much pride he has, no matter how much he believes the DP World Tour is wrong. He questioned whether Rahm would eventually yield, noting that although the Ryder Cup remains 18 months away and room for negotiation still exists, the window is steadily narrowing. Rahm continued to express belief that a resolution would come. I have faith in us in the DP World Tour. We're going to find a good solution for both of us, he said. His teammates, however, sounded far less convinced. As the 2026 Masters concludes, the dispute shows no sign of fading. Jon Rahm's disappointing performance, the 6 over 78, the round without a single birdie, the missed chances, will likely slip from memory fairly quickly. What will linger, though, is the ongoing controversy surrounding his Ryder Cup eligibility. 8 LIV players accepted the DP World Tour's terms. Rahm declined. With the 2027 Ryder Cup approaching, the central question now hangs over European golf. Will one of the team's most vital players actually be part of it? I'm confident this will be sorted out, Rahm repeated. His teammates remain doubtful. The DP World Tour remains doubtful, and the entire golf world is paying close attention. Should Rahm ultimately miss the Ryder Cup, it would leave a permanent mark on his legacy. The player once destined to rank among Europe's all-time greats might instead be remembered as the one who let personal pride take priority over the team. When asked about compromise, Rahm replied, I think I already have. We've already told him many times, but compromise requires 2 sides, and so far, only one side has budged. The 2026 Masters has ended. Jon Rahm is returning home, yet the controversy surrounding him is only just getting started. For more coverage of the biggest stories in golf, subscribe and hit the notification bell.